because we do have about 750 so-called migrants living almost next door to us. I actually have an Iraqi refugee, so-called refugee family living next door to me, right next door to me. We have about 30 underage Afghan and Pakistani youths living across the street from me. So you can probably understand why I am very concerned, very frightened. And another reason I'm very frightened is because we're no longer allowed to speak about all of this. We are being systematically silenced, not just in Austria, but all across Europe. We've heard about what happened in what is currently taking place in the United Kingdom, that it's supposed to be 6 years in prison for criticism of Islam. Ladies and gentlemen, you have the privilege of the First Amendment. You have the privilege of the Bill of Rights, and you have the privilege of a constitution that is understood by 8th graders like me back in 1985. We don't have that. And you need to fight and protect this First Amendment and the entire Constitution, because you know that it's under assault. And if the Democrats ever get in power again, God forbid, that the Constitution will not be protected, because it's a living and breathing document, and we will have to fix it somehow to reflect today's needs. I don't think the Constitution needs any amendments. It's perfect as it is. And we would like to have a First Amendment in Europe. And Geert Wilders and I, unfortunately Geert couldn't be with us here today, but Geert and I are the only ones calling for a First Amendment in Europe, because that is the only thing that's going to protect our freedom of speech. But it's not just freedom of speech. It's also that we are currently looking at a shift in the voters' opinions, that perhaps there is some wind of change in the air, just like you experienced in November of 2016. Austria had an election last fall, and about 58% of these people, including me, voted in a government that is anti-immigration, openly anti-immigration. And I will tell you a few of those steps, I will talk about a few of those steps that perhaps President Trump can emulate in the future as well.